day. Who watches the watchman? Video no. Nyimpa woman na oye alleged to be him no onyo no na damo komoni nyina mbado. No ye blackmailer. No ye blackmailer. Oye corrupt. So damn a judge in the king. Oye corrupt. Me can't legit. Judge in the king yas no ye. Corrupt. Only abazi. Having or showing a willingness to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. Ako baby, brother net na hor catch your day. Where to be some questions into why the nana, oh, into CCIA was the tax force beya wogu way. Ya better ya massa well crofo bi ho minimum that's a one watch on one saza, one yen homo. As on frebi mam na mention one saze. Willingness to act dishonestly, belle, kosia journalist, abua, damna Anderson Cooper, oya. I thought bribery was maybe woba pass school, inka Anas, epede ye nyansaza, inche obia pass school, Holy Child, Wesley, wherever. In the Ako school, neso, maba pass na. Ne was was waba no so anyway ma kwhwe ba in the muntu munko maba Friday oh dem so azin recha so intum mba china mbhwe so echina ka sam na aze okay mammus kana fafo ka bre ono nipa no mbi say o na ezaman ezaman wie na esinde me try na picture because okado only scan from for camp na mesemesema no intum yedam but say you point na nipa na bakada well for me to even go and check it for you no I will charge 500 because a doma wo ho peda mo hwe honzem ho but this is this person's job and now bakada wo ba na wa pass na azin na ewie no say amam 2000 a oba onya hostel o said no Our is no other shawan nti abazina motu metia. Abazina motu metia. Yes, the who watches the watchman videos, they have to be admitted as exhibits. If this case goes when it goes to criminal court, because afraid or other one in no court. Me disclaimer on there. I'll be reading the verdict verbatim and making my opinionated analysis as I deem fit. The man behind the mask, Obiampong Huni, ono on Tete Ghana fo. Obia osinde, oruko waka pakata se shena proye no ho tamen. So the report na ba ye nyimumpo so ye ona na oji na ho no. Ye jimo a whole country yema dama twepi iyi dama Africa krebe ojenwe iyi ozo common as a donne kwose asam dada bi amba wo me yankodo mopa wancha o. I don't even understand why we claim we don't know his face. Na passport picture na or na passport page na other internet don ma watchom Anas Aremeyaw Anas ni date of birth July 7th 1780 wopedo ka chem do onyo na wopedo ka chem de oya on what ground inti because I share passport picture passport page say share the picture na share picture na who was choose the watchman for was be na ni hwa na efu da cotton oya na yes ye nyim obi anyu wo oye na classmate okay yati judge ni so your opportunist judge ose abna akwa judge ni say or your opportunist one kind of word opportunist but me tell asem nu nyina mosomo word okrotia menyanyi de ma muhwema Anas or your opportunist. Or opportunist in your wana. Didn't na ami makada musha majaji in Kenya where the ami mazabaka wam and biomini opportunist. Opportunist is a person who takes advantage of opportunities as and when they arise regardless of planning or principle. Now, why am I so opportunity in there? Young fan the day, young man, benefit of the doubt. He really started wanting to expose people for corruption. Now, the dama antics, also starting on there, he could bait people and do this and do that. Now, only uncle for small carriage, but to my coerce padine yanima mania evidence more like someone can plant a girl. Someone can plant a girl on a man in a hotel and take photos and make it seem like Onyini Bibina was a catcher. You people don't watch this in videos, don't hear the real stories. Was a drubama Benina Dana was Bessia Cotton in Chen Hotel Demo. This is all orchestrated by, so he's an opportunist. That's my word. Inti yenhwene methodology na unwana was in there judge no one ye fair no. Dama Anas principle na onu Anas na la OUC na nya GID fu na was a training. Woma yem pensim kakra. Judge and say all of like Mama, I can't remember it verbatim, so don't let me quote that. Let me say this as my own. All of Anas's style of journalism, if you ask me, is problematic. As someone style na OUC ni na o Sunday, ozinkan. Obia ni ho, including me na me record hopes nen. Obia ni ho. There, tum bia also record anyone without the person's consent. Obianyo. One day, bium. I am a Bacasa, William, she shows an record. So, until I am Casana, fuck off because Ochada Summer Bacacham ne ebwa. Asam ne ebwa, didn't say waste maswa, a waste my credit. So, WhatsApp caller, a waste me data, Nabaka Kakosia, some matram, me take the moon some. Now, ya kusha na concern, numbers are from a plan. I own Kasishi, or ya Kosia some in see, mem, Yimum Bacasa. Same that some American or Akusha, men try. Inti say a record obi without their consent. Yes, Supreme Court of Ghana po say you cannot use that recording in court. Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo, a lawyer body. More question to our nide. Wayen dan ina entum enhude, irrespective of the fact that you can see supposed whatever transactions be going on, you can hear certain portions that really say so. That's Nyantechi's voice and this one and that one. If let's say he had not even done voiceovers, Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo, do you think that it was permissible enough for you to, like, do you think so, Nana? No. Now, fast forward. Yes, Ahina Babium. Now, recording na no kita na dama time about another one of them, Edubu Ahino, when release on, na man na no we be releasing us. Sure, the moon goddess. Akwaba, Pa Junior. Frida Frimpong. Afternoon, we are for Ken. Pa Junior. I say, Asan Commando. Now I won't back on my cry with Pa Junior. Ain't he? Say if the Supreme Court of this land says that any recording that is not with the consent of the person is not permissible, admissible in court. No, Eden and Nana Akufo-Addo, lawyer body dam. Itumi jina dama edited versions of all of that without Anas Aremeyaw court. I like, okay, so I second and third and fourth and all of it that Yura Nyantechi Asaman Mado Mado. Osane, Anas ne supposed, let me use the word supposed, exposés. Ninya ye secret recordings. There is no point that he ever told anybody that I am Anas Aremeyaw Anas, I'm working with Graphic Corporation of Ghana and under the auspices. Oh, when we are doing this and so we want to come through your office and please, this conversation is going to be recorded. No. So ya sumazo, so ya penu, so ya hwehwenyo, so ya chewo, so ya batino. Ozasha na onunara no so or entice or coerce or condemn or entrap. Secret recordings with hidden devices. Oh, you don't know it. Awuwara Anas was wara so a lawyer. Oh, you don't know it. Ma itum ikokai dama secret unconsented videos and audios and whatever not, whilst you are coaching these people or in fact initiating to them, if asking them if they can help you go, through the back door. Anas, and you've got some nerve, so Mr. Ken. We ain't in Ghana for you, I say. Haters now mood ya papa kumpre kukada na wabwa washwan pe ayazuma wa abrodu na emu mefa nto men kan kire abra kada odru court day a ye bokwa amon ye ni bokọ biom ye inti show say court of this land Nana Akufo-Addo atnemda supreme. What's it? Dama sort of recording, he says, onye admissible. Nana Akufo-Addo also in Nafama, Ozeji, Inkrofezi. Nane. America, Daniana will release the Paddy B. The whole America. Who knows that story? They recently released this guy who has been in jail for, say, 37 years. They just released the black motherfucker guy. As in 1 year, he was wrongfully charged, wrongfully imprisoned. Nane, Sankofai, Ampang, Kafrenya Antechi, Mopocho. Nana, fellow Ghanaians, ya want so camera wa wufie wa. Yes, raw. Yes, raw. Please, because then it will be a ridicule. Nana said, if you die 3 years after numbers the wale kejina court. After 3 years, if you gone after 3 years, you 2 million court. Anna, oh, thank you, Uncle Joe. Thank you, Lena. The New York case. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Well, and I'm not saying this that here a mistake. That even I, all of us, our emotions were so high, like, oh my God, Christine Antage, oh my God. So it was a social proof. Oh, Sabazi, Nana, would you na Kenimpo was as a cassin many way fuma, anchor. In Jabby Barroco fine. A snake to Funosoba, I mean, Padas snake to Funosoba. Nezu documenting actually in San Chrissy, we are not cheddar 9. Anyway, can shet no, can shet, can eat upon, can shet. Man said I had there in Bunny, Masha red, Masha red, Masha blue, Nanda Masha white. Next one, Mesha no sa na ya sha sibiu. You Intimi biso. Say Anas, oyam papa de. Wa friend so to the bar. No, not only did he break the code of ethics of journalism, he also broke the code of ethics of the judiciary. As a lawyer. lawyer na lankasa onyim don ni de kwase bia az camera hye oz ka record a repo sa camera ni za hye wo fie mpo a wo hye wo mbra hye wo do de trouble ho de ni fie he ye liwre yo no mo po twowo inti na se wa bronyi ye ma no do kwa ye zini bokwa akotum Canada girl na wo kwa onyi fa hudie wa ka bribe nde girl no onye fun girl na wo man krofu bi din we grayin nje wo ka de mi fie na wa bag ho inyo na won try we mbo ho baby ade ifie ho cameras wo ho nti se wa bayire for kontomre ni sidu na twu na ribeza mpesi this guy Aremeyaw, he has broken 2 codes of ethics. The code of ethics for journalism by hiding, by doing a secret video, by editing, by not taking consent from the victims, by all the nonsenses. Then when you come to the side of him being a lawyer, or the 2 institutions in Yara, yes, supina want to court, you can be someone there, damn belly, see, Abazina was a yen. Was in Yayan, you and Sana state to Susan Zion. Because obviously, you that G.I. Joy, them I want to say, hey, I feel, Papa Fannin, I feel money, someone, Papa, where if you were, 1 hour was easy, G.I. 1 hour, 1 country, and I'm tagging. 1 day, man, for let come on. 1 hour, me assure that pine, 1 hour, 1 share, Mokoma come and letter. Yepede what kind of right to as my friend, right to information. Yes, we want to know. Yeah, there are because fear and panic we out of the tarnishing of their image, like the hair. Where we shall from? Nti mama me bisa wano. Sa G.I. Jefo one kashia. Leonard friends no so fraternity no so waka when you pia atuma. Yo. Does that mean both institutions are condoning his methodology and his incredibility? Now he is not credible. He's not. From Dada Kwesi Nyantechi to Anchor Buahini to the last judge and civil servants, any citizen who got entrapped, please see Kennedy Agyapong, Honorable, incoming President-elect. Go and see him and his legal team and take this motherfucker on. This will share Uncle Kwesi Nyantechi. You see how Ken did this, and he said he did it for you and other people. Please, I beg you, one kasaso, don't see it as time wasting. So there you go find me. I beg go find me for Dama Casey. Man, do fano kokot. Mawa nyine enyim na yenhu de nyimponyem baka say ya video as a warboy yo so ya mi mepeda mu de nyimpa na me na ka say no nya. I don't know why Kwasi Adam odo tum kokot no osro dem so osro che don kan no kware nche because Anderson Cooper no nya awana na mo so osro che do riza akohwi wo baby. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it? He gets the nerve to come to court and he's covering his face. And then the people that he is assuming he had this conversation with on what now? What's in the voice? What's in your mama voice? Nipayen ka say voice in your name me nim don not na one. How is that possible? Anas needs to stand before court to answer to criminal charges for his criminal activities. Okay? Anas Aremeyaw Anas, he needs to stand before courts to answer criminal charges. Ghana need Ghana for no one. Ghana need Ghana for no one. Obia wetum weza koshi akakrakadam ozi egu emanu hwenyi masidam. Of course, it's not kosia bi the Mavis na why de akransa ohu jadono. Intra because we yambua to the extent that wabatina in the whole world no word zakoshi and work can someone ya kong wan nya him kronu a won jin Anas ya boadodo awa Anas ya boadodo Africa kraba hwehwe ska peas rekwan ibo wuntam awa Anas ibo wuntam de ibo wuntam baby asha siwe ya enamentum mbo ewenyiwe ya nesi nkrofo nyim wonyim wa wonyim baby eta wonyim mumba obi nyim obi sunyim obi. You need to go to fucking criminal court and answer criminal charges for your criminal activities. This is not to say that we shouldn't fight corruption. This is not to say that Wanja Obiana, Mama or record. No. Do the recording, but let the people know. Let the people know. Put it on camera. Put it on camera that both parties know. Edana was the kiosk I just came and told him, Masa, stop crying and let them put it there and put CCTV camera. Let's watch you being watched by the GRA while we watch the GRA too. Devices were why do they bre? Why do they in your committee? Wababa some church. Wabra was a camera with this will be anutina. Now you there to data. Huh? I'm not saying that we shouldn't. No, we don't. No. Corruption. No. Corruption free, zero tolerance. But I am saying that they all have to go through the right approach so that the results are authentic. We are not going to be able to live in a country where some people are reporting things to us based on their stomachs. Why do you think that the judge will say entrapment? Maybe we don't but dictionary say entrapping anyone. Okay, don't even let me just say entrapment obi ayaze ma atom obi esum wefi na atom entrapping anyone, anybody, and recording them. Our entrap one, then you are recording them in the process without their consent. Then you edit out the original voice, the original conversation that went on. No one even knows if you are saying, 20 million, you must remember, Idraswa, Farmer Padino, nobody knows that side. Me saying 20,000 as I'm a nature when him. Now, you see, so when I said that he received it, wouldn't mine. Hey, why are you giving us your narrative? Nobody is stupid. Dia mube shei. Mube unsa papa na share shirt na your friend Azuma no. Wa cross your the night better so. Or the night so na kosia. I didn't hear share Abaze. Alejandro. Hey, I didn't hear share Abaze. Rosalinda. I didn't know, yes, sir. And Juan Alejandro Catherine said, Miniaba, me quack shade dry is here. So, no ba. I don't be here. I am. Our Bama voice over. Why? Because we don't. What language were you speaking? Grushi. What language were you speaking that you think that we cannot understand? So you are a crook. I mean, this is. People, it's despicable. It is despicable that you cannot use your journalistic tools, what you were taught in school, the ethics. You cannot go. I mean, you are an idiot. You are an idiot. So if you go through shortcuts and all this is criminal. This is criminal. If somebody at the harbor was doing shortcuts, to arrive at certain shipments going in or out, we would arrest them. This is criminal. Why? Why will you come and show things and you are telling stories? Oh, like we thank God for who watches the watchman. Now, those of you that keep saying, "Cause siafu bi to the mavis, abo iguan me be the mavis oba no sin there in a Kennedy Japan ena wakwa koto ade no ena information ni na kra no." Pause. If you all agree to the fact that Ken is that rich to have that much money to buy all the information, then bitches and idiots, you can also come and say, no idea, no. He's infiltrated into the system of Tiger Eye, got their own to sell them out, and paid the fuck for it. The supposed information. Most of them bet now say he's using it to blackmail his MPP. MPP for no ahina where he's can be. What information I want when you scar? Huh? You know Alan Chamantin nickname in your cash. And now a cash cow. Or a cash cow be no what try to more cash. Huh? And now Bawamiano or cashing. Ba wo me awo cash bia ha inti se owo ni sika na wa wasinde onu na ronyo obi ai owo ni sika o common MP ontum mpom fa bicycle nkonu krom orukonu krom a onanto na wa akafa insun waze idua bi atodo na wa afu oduru nechi wona na wa atu atom na wa agbor na oze ekwaduru dompim ninya na chiri Nasu ni pike sikei yo sinu tomani no sani bi no so koto wonka bisa the information watona hin kosiafo wonka bisa the information watona hin no try no black. Why the fuck will he have to come and pay with his money and then go and say okay MPP for meji mininti me brewie ye no sika no eni o me di akoto information ti mumbeji na no so munko jimi no information ahi na won fan bay ye ze eduru hin fa ha na no to information so gbawe so zeba ya nkwana so gbo fro wo no mo hin na won no titi won won so nkoto bie won want to mo nkoto information. Anytime you want to come and bash Kennedy Japan, please use your scruples and know that the more you are bashing him, the other end of the spectrum says that he's exactly the opposite of what the fuck you're saying. Oh, ni bibia no de no betimi aye na mo asoma ba e no koto eyi no e no what information na no de black e na Kennedy Japan nim e na mo na ma beka. He knows who did this. Ken has the IGP in his pocket. Ken is so if Ken is that powerful, why the fuck won't we let him be the president anyway? Because obviously he's already running the country. Obviously, and I can in Japan see or pesa judge, you know, hey, I couldn't pray we are wad. I couldn't pray a wad, I wad. Hey, a radzon son wa him and son wa him musala mutuna the hole. Me won't chama mumudo. My Jimmy, oh, Mokasana would be a chim who no more be my name. Oh, Minel. Oh, Mr. Siena Kaba. Huh? Muamuka, some namudi a chamo round. Namudi a besi pine. And the company singing now, young quiet investigation. Cause Siamevis, make us with your unique company, beer. Abua. Iabua, papa. Wuba no webeji now. Okay, so The clip here, the video you are going to watch now is Dubai. We are in the Sunset Hotel, room 1744, and you will see the Minister of Nkosesam entering in a minute. He is in a blue day. And I'm catching and say, then you do all of that. But when we go and we watch Who Watches the Watchman, we hear you say, oh, take this as a gift. Oh, then you tell him this one, that one. Take this as a gift. Which, how many human beings will not fall for a gift? Please raise your hand. All the liars, the hypocrites here, who will say that what's the oh, he's Ubro Nyaza, orange, yes, yabo powder, ye gwar, yakaji Jibro Nyaze, ne, what's the Jibro Nyaze saying, who will not fall? Who? Even your John Mahama, he claims that he took a gift. Let me ask you, Kosia Anas, eya buapa, eya kosia dodo. Per what you said there in Krofubi G, aponching Anasikabi, waja aponking, Anasikabi, na was it yes, suppose a mine in an awama license been abwe, abwa, that equals to say there, would John Mahama no so. No further exploring. The man people for your command or your bribe. Time I was it Ford expedition wasn't a man. Now cameras no one. Hey Anas. Thank you, Minel. Thank you. Where were your cameras, Anas? Huh? Part 1, 2, 3, and 100 of Anas' stupidity. No, those of you who unfortunately fell and gave him your money and went to watch it, please be honest with yourself. Did any of you see any of his victims initiate any mention of bribe before doing anything? What see then you bakrona kada wa mama sa min ye and there was a woman sa and samaye and I say na odi be mama answer ye betu. Did you anybody hear the victims now? Ye de camera see omoso no saying that inti who in this na on order on your problem for bribing? Is it the person who was coerced to take it, or is it the person who intentionally gave it with a motive? What is a bribe? Bribery is the offering or giving or receiving. Say yo, offering. Bribery is the offering. Wawo offer a bribe. Wow, of Mr. De Uncle Question Yante from Pocket Lawyer and more questions. Mama is a truckload of questions. No, bribery is offering, giving, receiving, or soliciting of any item of value to influence the actions of an official or other persons in charge of a public or legal duty. Okay? With regard to governmental operations, essentially, bribery is corrupt solicitation, acceptance, or transfer of value in exchange for an official action. Inti anchor dada Mahama official action no need them padin contracting. Gift be a was mo biala or cheddar wash one sazi. A vinyon. Oh, la musma appear with finino. Malam basat my flower atia. Atiano bokomum. Fine. Young quadre. Gifts of money or other items like for the expedition, Mahama, which are otherwise available to everyone as a chrono was one more gift fund. If it is available to everybody, one more Ford, Mopocho, women ministers are in the same contract on my home Ford, and I want to was the mom. No, Mahamet, gifts of money or other items of value like wakan, which are otherwise available to everyone on an equivalent basis and not for dishonest purposes, it's not bribery. Into my bimbisau, can one could na was a mama, and now was it available to one hour only? Aje bribe. Dama what's on by Abazibio? Offering a discount or a refund to all purchases is legal. It is a legal rebate, and this is not bribery. There will be also mama discount. Said today, I only need bribery. For example, it is legal for an employee of a public utilities commission. Anas, who is your financier? Do you know why I'm asking? Because yet see there, Iriko Dubai there's a truckload. What rapo when you masam? One kasa wu videos na ekwa izike implicate ejanyante chino. Dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars na ebubo zinin. Woka ki na oshawan onu na ekwa tani nezinye demisikan ana batana. Hey, I would have been every single room. Huh? Why the Boko Haram? Boko Haram for war chopper, war helicopters, war places all over. Who the fuck do you think is financing them? You think it's themselves? Where do they get the money from? Inti Anas say yezuka jina criminal court wa ebechre bebia inye sika fi. Anas injati ebechre onu says a real besha minimum says bentre who besha sumazo say boss your bokita bow idru criminal court wa ni ebohu da wona ye da mi video na ese onu nyantechi na owomin wara no so na anyi nyantechi ye da ma interview wo say connection ewa oda nyantechi tum or identify nyimpan brother Ewiru kotoku na ohye wutiri na ibe ya ato ho na se wi achi da ka kira court nda e pa wonchaw epeda was wo mo jail kro ma ezi ya wo residence so se na e baba abo na aboto hen Wana no ye wu pay master. Wana no ye pay master. Africa kraba enam na coerce nkrofo. In my other friend coercion. If you coerce somebody, persuade an unwilling person to do something by using force or threats. Most of them were not happy with your principles, and you force them. So why? Because they know a lot of things about you. Dama question under that Freddy be saying, Musum to ama posifuni bio enizima. Woman ye there. Oh yeah, then ye na Anas. All the time on your message there. Ameswali. Why ye nyamine zan? No nara Anas. No war. Hospital or surrounding yanku. Dama time. So ye kwelebo. So ye kweleba. No na Anas. If you were the same minute is how many minutes if you were the same minute? ina iduru wufie ana anko baby kro na anko hwe boy na krofie straight ana akatina baby a wewu ni na edit video na ibo posting Uncle Julius akwaba yepede yenhu Anas, when you heard that Ahmed Swale had transitioned, had been gunned down, you claimed that you, Anas, you were visiting a friend that late night. Oh, that was not visiting hours for any hospital. Any hospital. Once Robiala or hospital biala nufa. So we have to also see that on record that you were in that hospital. Please get all your alibis ready. So now we want to know which hospital it was, the distance between the hospital and your office, the distance between the hospital and your house, the distance between the hospital and wherever Ahmed Swale's body was that moment, because I am going to assume that you drove straight to wherever Ahmed Swale was. So now, if you drove there straight, how many minutes did it take you to get there? How many minutes did you spend with the dead body and the dead people, the family? And how many minutes did you speak to the, so that in the same breath of air, you could do a video and post it in an hour or less? They can. Now why abaza. Into Ghana police, woman when you uncle. Mercy, entrapment. Why entrap? Iye bedi ankonkotin when entrapment. Iye journalism no entrapment of where your magic bribe. This is the action of tricking someone into committing a crime. O send the say ba na eba friend yan techi na ka kire ne de. Oh, me wo Dubai na me yedam nyimpe na me wo proposal bi na yenya grant bi ya pede ye zeboa football ya baza mo pon wan chaw. GFA for won so won get in line Uncle Kwesi nyan techi Uncle Edubu ahin GFA, all the football academies in Ghana, you need to sue this motherfucker because of his lies and his criminal ways of recording and getting people fired like Nyan teaching. You all suffered the ripple effects because we're banning football for how long? For how long? All the football clubs, you have to sue this motherfucker. Accra Hearts folk, Asante Kotoko, Cape Coast Dwarfs. Other when I was soon, Obiara Nejuma Bafum, Obiara, Mr. Boy, Oba commit suicide. He needs to commit suicide because all your bullshit. Uncle Felix, welcome. All your bullshit. They cause Yabide Anas. He's a lawyer, he knows the law, and yet he broke the judiciary laws now and there. It is not permissible, it is not admissible. There is the recording now. Nipakruno unconsented. He as a lawyer knew that. He as a journalist also knew that there are code of ethics are all the story. Oh yeah, accurate. But why into your entrapment? Mr. Mumbo Bobium, Mr. Nyantechi, Ankre Dubuahin, GFA, what friend then? Crawford War Personal Football Academy. Students that were in the academy that had to defer their courses and stay and one do you know how we were thirsty for football? One ball were baby. No one ball were baby. Consents, greetings, Mr. Apia. This guy was selling his reports. Journalist watch doma ozesine report do. Which journalist do you know? Which journalist the whole world do you know? Ino kokaye also boy abanon inti ono the corruption ozesine enuado. Inti wa friend Anas Aremeyaw Anas. Inti oba videos no zo kwakama na na akufa oyiye ma nkrofo wewu mebinum weyi won ezi no owia onya results o se na findings na nanu ye frido ye journalist kosie no ze kegina movie theater we twanu hu ticket as in others my public no investigative journalism some redeem on na wa ton story na naraso one narrating with voiceover to suit him, apart from the fact that he didn't ask the consent of the person he recorded, apart from the fact that he coerced and entrapped the person into that scene, he is also not bringing the person's original voice. Uncle Nantechi Soyampa, or Ries, or Jessican, inti. Bra, na be you any montre de papa ya no this kan mam. Papa no mam dem sika na ye wi yesem bi saw there. One no more dem sika dodo no. Na yenko wa account him, na yenko hwe livelihood. Yenko hwe haban dodo a adow. Koko dodo a itwa wo kro yi mu ha. Eduma ye, epocho, do you own part of the sea? Are you selling sea? Are you selling sea water etonapo? Okay. Yepede yehu. Journalist Mohim Faze from El Ankara. Yanfon kwechiri nkano fon. Oh, Barbara sister auntie me ye firi hon. Aba journalist na atsi nimpa yin samada. Inti pocho Saturn. Eyi wo ticket na proceeds na akwahin. Anas Aremeyaw Anas Saturn wo ticket ni wia proceeds is akwahin. Is kama kweku ba akwa ana is kama benu kweku benu. Inti, how is it that you have been allowed to use this public information for your personal gains? I want to understand that part. How you can go into the ministries under pretense to come there to give them some non-existent contract. Coerce them and trap them, video them without their knowledge or consent, change the wedding to suit your ass, then also go to premiere, monetize the shit, sell it a year. Hey, missing when you want chicken. In fact, or there's National Center for Cultural Center, or those who soon there, Aussie fictitious documentary or play that which can go against them. Go through all the crevices of the law. Read every connotation. Bibia won't read. One fan on call. We need to set, this guy needs to be used. We need to set example for every single journalist or human being trying to be out here to be talking, because akoshina kosiesamno is causing a lot of harm. It's causing a great deal of harm. Kan crofo watina brochiri no. Were cause harm because on no field out na brochiri or bagana nor bagana sedema Kevin Taylor o si Togo na Benin na Cote d'Ivoire no say semobo abapa wo ho aboa. We need to. This has to become a movement. Like, we need to take them on. Iya Ghana funampo or they yet so pressure group. Ne you can sue Anas there. He took our livelihood. He took our joy. In Crawford where football fanatics. We need to sue him. Or they have a lawsuit to funnen. Yes, there is freedom of speech, but there is no freedom of telling fucking lies. Causing fear and panic that killed some people, tarnish their image. They died feeling low. How is it that he sued Ken as Anas Aremeyaw Anas? But Kosia release, press release was Aban or a tiger eye. Hey, what about them? Pick one character and stick to it. Because Kweku Benu or Bame a Gweni Masi. Kweku Benu or Bame Gweni Masi. What wrong Anas? Na say Ibaner Bakaya known as a tiger eye. I do that tiger eye. How many elephants has your tiger eye consumed? I want to understand why you are an investigative journalist. You are the best at your job. You get these people and at their own words, you record them. At their own words. Then, instead of you leaving it raw for us to see, you pick and choose, you edit, and then you do voiceovers. Why? Isn't that corrupt? It's corrupt in journalism and it's corrupt in the law. And you have gone against both. Missy, or the judicial what chosen, or the GIJ for waka kahon. Na se GIJ for anka kahon. By a Saturday yeru go journalist. Ma wo mu do e ho na wo bo hu kontrie mu sam. Oye hwa original video esin there ma aka chenkrofo iwie na was by ya say one show or baba me wa ye wu so nyimpa na orkasa manana nkasa. Why are you wearing a mask? Abuwa bi bakade, because what you are doing has put your life in danger. Do you know when journalism started? Do you know? Why are they not wearing masks? Can Agyapong crofun won sama wa kan kaw na mana da sense ni tsiro. When you are saying the truth, you don't have to be scared of shit, because you are saying the truth. If not, then go and be an ass licker and pretend that you also don't see no wrongs. But if you want to, I don't understand. It's a mask. Now, is Eke Jina court? The judge says, what you do, Anas Aremeyaw Anas, is not investigative journalism. It is investigative terrorism, and is an exercise of indirect political power under the cloak of journalism. Journalism is as a katadokeke. Journalism would intro. It's just a quote, no show. Nana seno is brewing with all the foolishness of your stupid secret principles and nonsense and ethical methodologies. What is an investigative journal? What is investigative journalism? Investigative journalism means the unveiling. It's for the public. It's not for movie theater where people have to pay. A genius. The justice of the Court of Appeal, who was the justice of the Court of Appeal, the justice of the Court of Appeal, justice na oza samano, wa High Court, naran sunoye the justice of the Court of Appeal. Baby Anas sorrow kwan obako Court of Appeal oroko wa court judge na osien sisian. The justice of the Court of Appeal, who was sitting in with additional responsibility as a High Court judge in Tinaraze, oye justice of the Court of Appeal. Nemum, Nejuma Senyua Manara so wayen sitting in or your additional responsibility was amano to sit in as a high court judge. And this was the judgment, and this is what he said in his judgment. Justice Dada made to Chawamo. Justice Barr ruled that, and I read in quotation, the statement of the defendant Oni Akumbreku was substantially factual. In some na ken keken ipshema ifa oya no kwar, and therefore now you're justified in see waje tum nti no ma asam no ozimu wo hwen kan nsam no kan bi o sin de yi obu nkrofo na ogisika wokokohwa amam ampaso ahe obi nyipa kono no pokada okada mo braniska efi nken no ma fa nkwa wa into chedo oye. It could not have succeeded in actually defaming the plaintiff na oya nasen. Inti judge ne say, irrespective of the fact that can kada oya abo, can come baby do oya blackmail, can kada we kubi o asem ni nya na kan ni nya waziboma. No nya wanwa biara. Do botum wama. Anas nenyi we gwasa na no ho egu fia na da oza abada ke na egu no ho fi no. In the judging cabium day, some of the long list of words made by Kenan and tendered as Exhibit C, they were capable of defamatory meanings. Ochade, nan some ni bi obotum we go binu fi. In some na ken no, ibi wo mom wakacha wo tum gu fi. But none of our summon was proven to have actually defamed Anas. Even though Akacho be there, why there Adam Kwan or Raja or Ya Hurban? No yam Padama Kanwo found the Hun. Judge in Sham knows name Quatra down Kun was Simuma some no ya Hurba, the most mess sad down one. Me I show the way in grass, so send us MP Kakacho be the was well. No, I other was so that's hard uncle. I had uncle. I be a danku. Murtia the judge and say, I'm judging. I state in conclusion that whereas all the statements founded on exhibits can on Hiniba Agyapong 1 on KOA 1 to KOA 4 were truthful statements, and they were truthful and they were factual, thereby sustaining the defendant's defense of justification and fair comment. Name no for fair comment, fair use. Man can say, Mushanya maybe who Namazaka. Though capable of defamatory meanings, were not proven to have actually defamed Anas. I found, judging, I found the claims of Anas plaintiff meritless. Only meritibia or there are someone was a conquer was a bomba. It is hereby dismissed. I want to work out someone. I want to dismiss in a vein. I can come on no dress one or say no in Sukakra. In time means you want a murky ash. No, son, I say, your last day will so be on a time. Name in your Yahoba name, Yashaman. Moninja to be all you who be Adam see, ya dismiss the case. Mr. Dismiss on the Abazi to decide that something, so then some other crane, and now someone that Nalano German, is not important and not worth considering. There is why is a kodo. Equal judgment in baby. What's the case of plaintiff? Or chede Anas na some nozo crane. On what's it? Into mama plaintiff ni na makada Anas. Ne defendant no defend one in ken. Also, Anas's case is founded on several statements and comments Ken made on different dates and on varied media platforms, allegedly in reference to Anas, allegedly, which Anas asserts amounts to defamation. Just you, Asemia Yebezi. Only there, Anas is in some P or 30 or Zaba. There, Daman Seminya, Akumpreku, Wakanze Gunum Mass. Intino, what be in whom pacing. Now, what was it? The dates, media platforms on which the statements were made, and the specific words of the Agyapong have been pleaded and particularized by plaintiff in the amended statement of claim. The effects of the words published by Ken as perceived by Anas in their natural and ordinary meaning, and in his view the audience who heard them, have been outlined in paragraph 15 of the amended statements of claim. But I want to say, according to Anas, the words which referred to him were meant and understood to mean that. Also, some can in Kenya, on no Anas in there. In Tasian Krofu Benyan there one. Anas, that one. Anas is a self-confessed thief. The Kenneth Nalampo Anas who are Kado Oyeri. 2. Then Nala Anas Yerio. 2. That Anas is a murderer and that he killed a former member of parliament, Joseph Boachi Dankwa Edu. Number 3, that Anas is an abettor. Even though what's there, aiding and abetting, that Anas is an abettor of the murder of several Chinese nationals. Number 4, that Anas is an evil and dishonest person. Number 5, that Anas is a thief. Number 6, that Anas is suffering from mental derangement. Hey! Faudi member gano number zoroko. Incha Anas ozi emi mukuna kwada wakakada wa abadam. Awonesa ma inja inyo nti yaboko. Number 7, that Anas cheated his way through law school. Walo riem ono to nkrofo. I don't know why I mean American. In what's it? Number 8. There can see Anas or promote illegal mining. Because who watches the watchman now? Or say anti ben the guy needs to and Crawford home or promotion the line. Promotion. Yeah, and so promotion. Ama a Mahama Bale Bamboy Atia Oba we to release on 1 hour woman. Galam quoting him Galam say we release one way to obey a reason more. Number 9. Also can akakade honor Anas or a froster. Number 10. Also can is honor Anas or a extortionist. Number 11. Also can is honor Anas or a blackmailer. Number 12. Also can is or a corrupt. Number 13. Also can is honor Anas or corrupt public officials. Number 14. Also can say honor Anas or engage in tax evasion, untiana tax. Number 15. Also can say honor Anas or engage in customs duty evasion or crime on share duty. Number 16. Also can say honor Anas or bribe takes bribes to influence the outcome of his investigative journalistic work. Number 17, also Anas Aremeyaw, he impersonates as a lawyer. Number 18, also Anas Aremeyaw Anas, or engage in criminal assaults. Number 19, also Anas Aremeyaw Anas, or engage in threats of death there or threatening Kofu. Number 20, also Anas Aremeyaw Anas, or engage in threats of harm. Number 21, also there Anas Aremeyaw Anas. The plaintiff is a land guard. Also Anas or a land guard. Number 22, wake 8 pay. Also Anas Aremeyaw or engage in illegal mining, illegal land grabbing, or to cheat or cover from Crawford. Number 23, also Anas Aremeyaw, he interferes with the administration of justice. Yeah. Number 24, also Anas Aremeyaw is an odious and contemptible person. Number 20, also Anas Aremeyaw or a cheat. Number 26, also Anas Aremeyaw, he molests children. Number 27, also Anas Aremeyaw, the plaintiff inordinately discredits foreign powers. Number 28, also Anas Aremeyaw, or terrorize and Crawford. When a terrorism is shasifi. 29, also Anas Aremeyaw, or engage in fraudulent acts and extortion with no lawyer. Now number 30, also there Anas Aremeyaw, he is an email and messages hacker. Mavis Kosiye, na was a hacker, in hacking in most mortar, abua, ever from hacker, from hacker, yaloko. Now continuing as a man judging and singing a can. Also, the plaintiff further averred that the words of the defendant were meant or understood by innuendo to mean that 1. The Anas Anas conspired with the widow of Joseph Boachi Dankwa Edu to cause his death, engaged in adulterous relationships, and conspired to sell his landed property immediately after his death. Also, Ken no King. And what be say can also King. What be say the dent also send a cossier. No so say me make kwame swali. Ntam so masi the way kun. Brother. So na in wash shawan we fair use. Oni wona wa agbanin. Fair use wakasa mbuom na wondwen ho. Fair use. I say there Anas Anas can say a gangster. I see that Anas Anas is a gangster in the mold of the Italian American John Gotti. John Gotti, okay. Inti assuming that after all the 30 wolves crying, it was dismissed. It was still dismissal. Was as in a shuwa po also dismissed. Na John. Or can the translation. Anas in 5 core principles of journalism na anenyim. Most more when you kwenye beletele, me assure that we see because one being a jima doctor one. Mamambo badoma wata. 5 principles of journalism. Ose. Maba kan wow. On the marking can put too many times. Ewa. Cause yetela or ya number some with say wa bayre. The exclusive stupid interview no. The most exclusive stupid interview ever granted. 5 core principles. Anas. Ose. Number 1. Truth and accuracy. Or trade. Journalists cannot always guarantee truth. But getting the facts right is the cardinal principle of journalism. We should always strive for accuracy. Journalists now give all the relevant facts. All, not voice fucking over. All the relevant facts. Give all the relevant facts we have, and all of the facts you have, and ensure that the facts have been checked. When we cannot corroborate information, we should say so. Kosia, Eba, na is it wow voice? You don't give us the thing. Like, this is the first fucking cardinal rule. Truth and accuracy. Truth. Where the fuck is your accuracy? Yeba famu kokot. Mma famu kokot. Mewo. Ye mbefie. Amina o. Yebelis jail ho. Number 2. Anas. Also, independence. Or the journalists must be independent voices. We should not act formally or informally on behalf of the special interest, whether political, corporate, or cultural. We should declare to our editors or the audience any of our political affiliations, financial arrangements, or other personal information that might constitute a conflict of interest. Anas e blowe. Inchoda ware ye independent o nye kwaku be no anabasa. No baka chiraw. Aza akoka ye na ye kose sam dem aye. Oda ware ye independent. Inje oda was no there. Ichecha wo finances ezema wo editors and your audience. Mr. Batsi wona papa. Wona ebetsi yere to pressure group. Ghana fa ye pe footballer. Itina henyi jedo. Eze wo kwase sam. Eze betina henyi jedo. Yere boposa won tohwe. Na wa ka wa yeze wo de eyi kakro na asen. Inyo yere boposa. Wara wo code of ethics ni na okanyo. Independence inyi bi. Party bi wa sha comrades do. Wo finances on ye be fifi mo. Ye pede ye hu. Ye pede ye hu mo ye menye sika to wo futurum. Me to me sika ekuku damdam. Itu me sika manyantechi. Ebeba be cheche mo criminal court. Won la hu no hwe. Number 3, fairness and impartiality. Fairness kosianas. Fairness. Fair. Be fair. Mesa ame mala. Kenimpo wezi nkunim na ame. Anas men try him. If I try him. Try him. Fairness and impartiality. Say, most stories have at least 2 sides. 2 sides. Nana Akufo-Addo enyizimara. Enyama na share na voice over wom na igina busy yin crofo ezine na name. America po bi esiwo nya wankotin na aye mistake. Nye ya ye ji ma hia akoma. Inti nana e chala mo wombongwa. 1-2 committee. Wanka Franklin Nyantechi yenye press conference e bimbeda. Yeri state one. Osane enyim gwasesam dam da whilst where your lawyer kakrakafo na waji dam porous holes filled. No, Nana. Nane, redress. Yes, and I catch a traffic for me as any other. Iano Yampindo. Not at all, thank you. You have to be fair. In Crawford on one side of the story, aka voice over. How are you fair? Number 3, fairness and impartiality. Impartiality. What partiality be the obi ties kama no na sam ne za shakona. Obi so ntia na za aba. Obi tie bi na wentia ne as na recording 19 hohon. One farm monty is riba 19 ha. Ebe ko bi ne za na za fi hoho za aba ha. But say ebato one wo gi bribe no wo bokọ na wo so bokọ. So we prove coercion in the entrapment numbers now. They'll give them a slap on the wrist. Community labor. Colonels. And now one the dumb internationally way. Fairness and impartiality. Most stories have at least 2 sides. While there is no obligation to present every side. Now listen, there is no obligation to present every side in every piece. But stories should be balanced and add context. Objectivity is not always possible. But men kon kayazin na yetawo wonze na hwakru so na nubuebu o cheda no so no orka bibi na mute ono na won voice dead no so the side of the story. Number 4, humanity. Journalists should do no harm. Because of wakoshi, it will be visited on your children and your children's children and your children's children. Generations unborn, they will suffer. Journalists should do no harm. What we publish or broadcast may be hurtful, but we should be aware of the impact of our words and images of the lives of others. Lives. Number 5, accountability. A sure sign of professionalism and responsible journalism is the ability to hold ourselves accountable. When we commit errors, like you have done, you can even come and pretend that you didn't know it was that. When we commit errors, we must correct them, and our expressions of regret must be sincere, not cynical. We listen to the concerns of our audience. We may not change what readers write or say, but we will always provide remedies when we are unfair. I don't think we are going to get that from you, because you are so, is it out of stupidity or out of shame that you say you are, go. Now, with all this noise, why is it important? Why is it important for the ethics of journalism to be practiced? Journalism ethics is founded in the belief that human beings deserve respect and truth. Journalists must exercise compassion and avoid unnecessary intrusiveness. They must also gain legal access to information and respect an individual's consent and right to refuse information. Ghana Institute of Journalism. When someone breaks the code of ethics like this boy has broken from number 1 to 5, please, what is the penalty if there is any? Yabatro, yabeji dam right of dam information. Yababa beji. I have read a bit, and there is this one that I saw that says that there is legal action. Legal action is limited to slander and libel, which are difficult to prove because it typically requires that the prosecution they have to prove intent. Okay. If you are seriousness, I don't lose the credibility and an age man, but CCR or they try ne criminal side. Now there is this story. There's this guy called Dan Rather, R-A-T-H-E-R. Dan Rather lost his job over reporting George W. Bush's absence from his reserve unit for a year. Dan Rather, did you people read that story or did you hear it? This Dan Rather, he lost his job over reporting George W. Bush's absence from his reserve unit for a year. In fact, he was, but Rather made the statement during an interview with Bill Maher and not in a news broadcast. Hence, there was no independent confirmation when the statement was made. There was no independent confirmation for Daminity. Wayinezi. Lara Logan. This one can read Lara. Lara Logan. She lost her job on 60 Minutes because of alleged inaccurate reporting on Benghazi. What kind of Benghazi story now? One question. Lara Logan, Wayinezi. She disputed the allegation, but Wayinezi. If you research the topic, you may find many examples. One can research, no one share. Number of journalists were reporting in Yama Mbuom Dama. Big journalists. Now, me specifically Joy News. Joy News. How many times did you report Anas's exposé? Ne exposé na oma nkrofo bi ti de papa ewolusu ho adwuma no. How many times? I have counted 3 different times. No, 2 different times. I was for 2 that you were on it. Remember? One was when 23 hours ago, Manana Joy News was Aba 2018. Speed. You are now coming to report it. It's a shame. G.I.J. Fupo Wambakashi now was an Kashi Anaiden. Who watches The Watchman? Ken's production. Ken. Yeda say. Moya live. Munim say. Wo kwaye video kitwe bu abonti kwa dia betu internet so abra wo bre. Wo ye live pra bra wo bre. So you should know how much money, how much work went into producing that Who Watches the Watchman. And Ken didn't do this for Oman FM or for Ken City or for Kennedy Japan. He did it for Ghana, right? He didn't have any tiger eye. No, he used his money to get all this for us. Uncle Bawumia, how many cases have you followed with your own pocket money for the benefit of the whole Ghana? Where you send this? Now, this is my favorite part of this thing that I am reading. Let me show you the screen. See, it says bombshell. BBC delivers humiliating blow to Anas. Broadcaster denies role, in quotation. Now, it was published on 16th July 2018. And the website is, I will post it. It's just Google put in the title, bombshell. BBC delivers humiliating blow to Anas. This is why I said Black Rasta, he needs to read white. Because I heard him saying that, now criminals are going to run wild. Because a guy like Anas that BBC and CNN has endorsed. Listen, Anchor, check your facts before you say that, because BBC never endorsed him. This thing came out, I showed you the date. Anas Aremeyaw Anas has been dealt a further damaging credibility blow after the BBC denied his claims that his recent, which was 2018, BBC denied Anas's claims that his recent investigation on football was a collaborative work with the global broadcaster. Anas, you are a liar, and I don't say allegedly. According to this BBC, you are also a liar. Continuing, the revelation by the BBC shows clearly that prior to Anas's release of, let me turn this thing. Prior to Anas's release on the investigation termed number 12, his key men in the investigation, Kweku Bako and Randy Abe, lied to the public about the role of the British broadcaster. So Anas, Kweku Bako and Randy Abe, they all lied. They lied, according to this article. They lied. The British broadcaster also condemned claims that Anas, who has since been accused in several quarters of taking bribes to investigate people or drop investigations, is an employee of the respected media organization. So it's a lie. Okay? No BBC correspondent, no BBC worker, no the BBC, none of their officers is in any sort of collaboration or affiliation with this liar. He said the British broadcaster also condemned claims that Anas, who has since been accused in several quarters, in our accusing of taking bribes to investigate people. So he goes to take bribes. Obaji bribe, would you investigate them in payment? He takes bribes to investigate people, and then he also takes bribes to drop investigations he has done. Charlie. And that they are stating that Anas is not an employee of their respected media organization. It goes to, I haven't finished, it says, since his football investigation, which has generated mixed reactions, Anas has been slapped with more than 25 defamation lawsuits, according to his own lawyer. According to Anas's own lawyer, Anas has been slapped with more than 25 defamation lawsuits, according to his own lawyer. The BBC is now steering clear. The BBC is now steering clear from the controversial journalist after widespread condemnation of the methods used in the investigation against some football officials, which runs contrary to the BBC ethos. Abua. Uncle Dada Nanteche, go for this article. Please, you need this article. You need this. You need this. Uncle Nanteche, BBC fun wire wo work na farm nti kwahwehwa wan say Anas power financiers a woman sika ma otum sika bribe nkrofu hundreds of thousands of dollars. Mr. Anas, you and your corporates, let me tell you what will happen. Now that we are going to put fire in your ass and bring you to the criminal court, your financiers are going to murder you because they won't want you to talk. So you better start running to take refugees somewhere. Go seek, call Mavis, Ononimosma, was the refugees who Kokrobiado friend. Because your financiers, they will kill you. They will kill you. Hey. Anas, the thing is not finished though, Pawanchow. Bronini Buefu, Papa. Anas and some of his allies, journalists Kweku Bako and Randy Abe, had also publicly stated before the release of the documentary that the BBC collaborated with the controversial journalist in the investigation. Ocheda Wabwa. See, Anas and some of his allies, journalists Kweku Bako and Randy Abe, had also publicly stated before the release of the documentary that the BBC collaborated with the controversial journalist in the investigation. My question is, I can see Kweku Bako and Randy Abeyefunubode going to court to say, well, that's what he told us and we didn't know that. That is why you are stupid to not corroborate with a story before you open your mandibles to go and say it on any fucking platform as a journalist. And ignorance is no fucking excuse of the law. So we will take your asses on. Let's go back to reading. I say, with pressure mounting on the BBC over the methods used and growing legal challenges against Anas and possibly the British global broadcaster, the media firm is steering clear from the controversy and the growing scandals surrounding the methods used by Anas. BBC. BBC fupon away in the demo pressure no. BBC was with the pressure mounting on the BBC over the methods, the same methods that this wise judge found that could see dama krensi dam shinya one friend Anasi unko some methods ya or use BBC fuso wehu waka. But Black Rasta now the BBC for no ni CNN for why endorse are free since 2018 in a watch order mazi, which means Black Rasta so on check no stories, they are not corroborated. Contrary to any Contrary to any reports or rumors you may have heard or seen, to publication stating number 12 was a product of a collaborative work by the BBC. This is what they are saying, they are disputing on. Contrary to any reports or rumors you may have heard or seen prior to the publication stating in quotes number 12 was a product of a collaborative work by BBC and the journalist Anas Aremeyaw Anas. This was not the case. This was not the case. The BBC said in a statement on Monday that this was not the case. The BBC documentary. Now there is this documentary, everybody go and watch it. Then you see the real exposure of Anas. Ken, you need it. Nantechi, you need it. Also, the BBC documentary titled Betraying the Game, broadcasted after the number 12 and was first put into the public domain, was an independent and impartial work and a report about Mr. Anas's investigation. Let me take that again. The BBC's documentary Betraying the Game, broadcast after number 12, was first put into the public domain as an independent and impartial work, and it was a report about Anas ne investigations are why. Wow. This is what the BBC have said about this motherfucker. Okay? This is the end part. The BBC played no part. Let me repeat that. The BBC played no part whatsoever in Anas's investigation and has never sought to suggest otherwise. The BBC never played any part whatsoever in Anas's investigation and they have not sought to suggest otherwise. Mr. Anas is not a BBC journalist. One say, Mr. Anas, in quotation, verbatim, Mr. Anas is not a BBC journalist. We did not work with him during his investigation or commission him to carry out this investigation. BBC say, wanyini nye juma won be son, one suman. Oh, Mr. Makonya Mishra. Yes, I will publish it, sir. Miriam is a bottle. Miriam is a bottle. This is the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide. Abdul Malik, who you know was about. What's it? The editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide, Abdul Malik Kwekubako, claimed that the latest investigative piece by his protege, Anas, was a collaboration between the Tiger IPI and the British Broadcasting Corporation BBC, which means Kwekubako and all these things were said, and it gave more credibility to this stupidity. Because BBC and it was a fucking lie. All these motherfuckers need to be put to court to answer fucking questions. Why not? Why not? Share also, even if continue, broadcast Anas or no. Also, even if or no nimpanosi, even if I had no remote connection to Anas or BBC, I still will feel it as a person. It hurts. Or say so no crown on your BBC. And like oyen yaw mankrofun krampona asam no part 1. But that does not mean that you cover up what appears to be a transgression or an infraction. This project again is not show. Someone will try no in quotation. I'll say this project again is not exclusively Tiger IPI project. It is a joint Tiger BBC project. One na ni chem. Kwekubako na Randy Abe no ni Anas. May you rot in jail. Cause siyasemi amutre wahai. Like boldly lying. May visa confirm. Look at this. Look at this being said by Kwekubako that this project, which was the number 12, that thing, this project again is not exclusively Tiger. It is in joint Tiger and BBC. BBC fusu wonyimu Kwekubako. Show. This shows clearly that Anas, his friends, this shows clearly that Anas and his friends lied about the role of the BBC, dealing another blow to the credibility of the controversial journalist who has already been condemned in several courts. Wow. A documentary by a member of parliament. BBC who watches the Watchman. Now what's in there judge? Also, a documentary by a member of parliament in Ghana has been released on Anas titled Who Watches the Watchman, claiming to show that he took bribes from people. He has denied the claims. BBC after you, he has been found dismissed actually. Dismissed. He's not even worth listening to anymore. This is the last portion. I want to know. My question is, did Tiger PI take Ken to court, or was it Anas, the individual? Number 2, why did Tiger PI write the press release instead of Anas? And 3, Ken, you dash him the 50,000. We are for Ken for we needed to go and plant corn for schools. So go and get it back. Now, I have another bigger expose to do, which is let me just leave that for you to guess. Now, I have fulfilled what I promised you. I have showed you what is at the back. azi ofie oye o azi ofie oye insisi one can colors na muruko meeting body bi central for Ken. We are for Ken from you one ewie anape inti muruko central for Ken. Inti obatmanka mo wanyama bi ye one can try confirm the CCI may Anas nizi preliminary say from but one mo bon crofun biom ankra nyantechi ankra dubo ahen GFA all the football clubs in Ghana, all the football academies in Ghana, all the football students who had to defer their courses in Ghana. Na wama football fanatics na yena yedo football no so no. Wama yento pressure group na henya yemfa na asen kokot. Mopa wanchaw. Mazimanu esi. Oye nyame na nepa echina maba. Usana nyama odi discuss no doso. We are for Ken. We are for truth. Justice for all. Thank you.